Hello, everyone. This is Phoenix Tremaine, and today we're going to be talking about the Cummings because there's no goings this week, but the Cummings and the an update on the Gates, the new soap opera that's coming January 2025 on CBS. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Please hit that like button so YouTube knows a good channel for soap fans. And also try our membership. We'd love to have you. It's a great place to be where we do our lives every Friday. And you can see the playback if you can't make it to the live. And all the things that I try to put into the membership to make it worth your while. And it helps out the channel. So we'd love to have you as a part of the membership. And if you can, thank you in advance. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Galen Garing, who is, as you can see, as my backdrop, he's awake. And it just dawned on me on Friday when I found out he was coming back. It was like, oh, they rotated Rafe out. Famously, it got pointed out by Christian Alfonso, who plays Hope, that they tried to rotate her out. They tried to tell her to, I think it was 6 months, that they wanted her to exit the show, and then they will bring you back with a great storyline. And she was like, "No, I'm a veteran. Either you find something for me to do, or I quit." And so she ended up quitting. But that's how it was brought to my attention that we have a lot of actors on Days of Our Lives that get rotated out for budgetary reasons. If you're not on camera, you're not getting paid. So that keeps the budget down. Instead of having all of these actors with all of their salaries, as a budgeting nightmare, they randomly pick different actors to take a little break. And we see all the time, like John. John just came back from a break where he was supposedly in Greece. Steve came back from his a little break because he went looking for John. Galen Garing, who plays Rafe, he's back from his break because they put him in a coma for a little bit. And then, there's others they always rotate out, like they rotate out Kristen all the time. They were rotating out Sarah. There's only specific actors that they don't try to rotate out. Like usually they'll rotate out John, but they won't rotate out Marlena. And Xander is pretty much a staple of the show that even when Sarah was gone, they still kept him. Alex, the character Alex, doesn't get rotated out. So you know what I'm saying. As I tell you about the rotations, you're probably thinking about it yourself, like, that's why I haven't seen Chloe. She's been rotated out. So we're moving on. Rafe is back this week to Bold and Beautiful, where we're getting a return of Zende. So Zende, played by Delon De Metz, he is coming back because him and RJ have to get the news that they were played by Luna. So my only thought is Steffi going to be cruel enough to say, well, Luna said Zende was better than you in bed and she wanted to sleep with him? It was that based on look on her face, they kind of know that Luna was doing stuff like that. But I really somehow want RJ to learn this. Luna was like, well, Zende was the best I ever had. So I think that would be hilarious. It'd be cruel, but hilarious. Moving on to Sawandi Wilson, who plays Dr. Isaiah Gannon on the show. It's official that he is actually a contract player, which gives me hope that I will get my Jordan Isaiah relationship because Jordan has gone through a 2-year drought and she was one of the most beautiful women on the show. And she just really received a fashion award and all this kind of stuff. So it is crazy that you have this beautiful woman on this show where they don't really care about diversity. All the black characters are sidelined, all the Asian characters are sidelined, all of the, LGBTQ IA plus community characters are sidelined. And I know someone in the comments want to argue with me about well, everybody, when I said, they have the black characters propping up the other characters, no, well, everybody, no, it's a difference between, a couple of characters propping up another character storyline. But when it's all of the diverse cast members only propping up other characters, that is a significant problem. Okay. But when it doesn't affect you, when it doesn't affect your community, it's easy to be dismissive of it. But I'm moving on. I'm not preaching a sermon in today. Either you what they say, if you know, you know. And that's how this falls in the category of if you know, you know. And if you pay attention, you know. Now, another thing I want to say before I leave the character, because they gave him the last name Gannon, and it can't be a coincidence. So in the comment section, who do you think his father is? Because on One Life to Live, we had the two Gannon brothers. And my vote is probably going to be RJ Gannon because he would be the most problematic father. So I think that, yeah, I think that RJ might be his father. But let me know if you also think that is RJ, or if you think it was RJ's brother. So moving on to our next subject, which would be The Gates. The Gates is a new soap opera that's coming January 2025. And I know fans are eager to find out what actors they're going to be casting for the roles. In a previous Gates update, I gave the outlines of some of the characters' backgrounds, and encourage people to guess which actor you would cast in those particular roles. Well, here we got a different type of the Gates news. So, in Michelle Valjean, happy birthday, because I think his birthday was like yesterday or day before yesterday. And on X, she revealed that they've secured their writer's room. So now that's good because they only got 3 months before they're on the air. So they've officially secured their writers' room. But of interest to long-term soap fans, they also announced some of the producers of the show, including writer Robert Guza Jr., who is famous for a lot of soap operas, very popular in the 90s and the early 2000s. So he was the head writer for Loving, the show that I loved. And he was also the head writer of General Hospital. And he left General Hospital to be the head writer of Sunset Beach. And then when, after Sunset Beach, he came back to General Hospital, and he even was the head writer for General Hospital Night Shift. So one of the things that stands out with Robert Guza that some people love and some people hate is that he was part of the writing regime that really brought the mob scene to General Hospital. So if you loved Carly, Sonny, and Jason and their mob adventures, you gotta thank Robert Guza for that. Whereas other people they didn't like the show going so deep into mob territory. And as a producer, I don't think that that's where they're going with the Gates based on, what things were being said. But having veterans there, producer Julie Hannon Carruthers from All My Children, Port Charles, is also executive producer. Now, I can't remember what show she did, and I didn't look it up, but Sheila Duckworth is also one of the producers. I never heard of Kimberly Zober Rayner. There's also Leon T. Russell and Derek Johnson. And of course, Michelle John is a producer on the show, and she was a writer on Bold and Beautiful and General Hospital and a lot of other stuff. So the Gates has secured their writing room. They've announced some major soap heavy hitters as part of the production team. And now we just eagerly await the announcement of actors being cast, because they have to start filming probably by November, because they're probably gonna get some sort of Christmas break. and then they'll be on the air in January, and they probably need to do some test audience and some more stuff. So I'm guessing by October, late September, we'll start hearing who's going to be cast on the show, which is like going to be the big announcements. But with that said, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video and the comment section.